due to GOP lawmakers explicitly considering race when drawing the new districts. More countries are being added to the U.S. travel ban.
If they don't have a country that can sustain itself and tell us who those individuals are and help us vet them, why should we allow people from that country to come here to the United States?
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said on Fox News that President Trump is extending the ban to include citizens of more than 30 countries, though she didn't specify which nations are affected. Back in June, the Trump administration banned the citizens of 12 countries from entering the U.S. and restricted citizens from 7 other nations. It recently halted immigration applications from 19 nations, including Afghanistan, after 2 National Guard members were shot near the White House, allegedly by an Afghan national. President Trump has hired a new architect to lead the construction of his new White House ballroom. The White House said in a statement Thursday that Washington, D.C. architectural firm Shalom Baranas Associates will oversee the next phase of construction. The statement said Baranas is an accomplished architect whose work has shaped the architectural identity of our nation's capital for decades, and his experience will be a great asset to the completion of this project. You're listening to the latest on NBC News Radio.
Broadcasting live and local, daily, from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is ON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning. It is Coffee Ann time on ON Radio. Once again, it is Friday morning, December the 5th. Hi, Joe Callahan here with you.
Hi.
At the Coffee Ann table. We will say hi to Dave Richards. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Joe. Good morning, everybody. Lovely day.
Yes, and joining us at Coffee Inn for his usual visit,
as previously announced,
is Phil Gould, Town Administrator from the town of Lincoln. Hi, Phil. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. We'll be talking about things going on in Lincoln and in just a minute. But, Dave, it's time for a first message from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Whose office is in Lincoln.
That's right.
There you go.
To their offices, Phil?
I have been to their offices. I actually went to their holiday events.
Oh, their open house?
This past week over Bally's.
That's right.
Bally's.
Past
Okay,
week they
cool.
did, yeah. So anyway, they have a wrap party coming up next week. It's Tuesday the 9th, Joe. Do I have that remembered?
Yes.
Okay, Tuesday's the 9th, and it's from 4:30 to 6:30 in the afternoon. My suggestion would be to go after 5 because you get a chance to be part of the Milk Fund auction from 4 to 5. But that's really up to you. It's a personal choice. This will be at the Marriott Providence downtown Bluefin Grill. Been there. It's a nice place. That's Cheers to Emerging Leaders, and that's next Tuesday, the 9th of December. Then the next big issues are coming up, big events are coming up in January because, let's face it, you're really, really, really busy for the rest of December, right? And the Eggs and Issues Breakfast, first of the year, January 7th, at Kirkbrake Country Club in Lincoln, 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning, and the speaker will be, by tradition, the Speaker of the Rhode Island House of Representatives, J. Joseph Sicarchi. I'll say that name right all the way through the first time one of these days. And then in January on the 21st, they got the Businesses Brewing Network pop-up already scheduled for 5 to 7 in the afternoon at one of my favorite places, Narragansett Brewing Company. Hey, neighbor.
Narragansett.
There you go. You know what to say. There you go. I just to prove you. Advertising works, right? There you go. All right. Well, the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce for this entire run has always been the sponsor of Conversation on Coffee Ann on Friday morning for many, many years. At this time of the year, we'd like to express our appreciation to the members and the management of the Chamber for their support and hope that you folks out there will support them in their work as well. 334-1000, call after 9.
All right, Dave, thanks. And, okay, things going on in Lincoln, so that's why we brought Phil here. So he told me just before we started that both on-ramps to 146 from Breakneck Hill Road are open.
Yeah, have been for a little bit of time.
Yeah, well, that's been closed for well over a year, hasn't it?
It was about a 2-year project.
Was it 2 years? Wow. Okay.
So a lot of challenges when that was closed.
So you don't have to go by If you're trying to come one socket from Lincoln, you don't have to go by Davies and swing over on George Washington Highway.
Or try
go the long way.
Or try to come home by entering 146 and Wilbur Road.
Yeah.
Wilbur. Give me the creeps, I'll tell you. My goodness. That's a toughie right there.
Is the state still working on 146, though, in that general area of Lincoln?
Yeah, there's work going on, actually.
They're not done with the bridge yet.
No, and I took the flyover today, and I'm waiting to find out if it's actually faster to go to the flyover or detour that long line. It's a slow line and go to the right and go to the traffic lights.
The flyover will definitely be a bargain, time-wise, when they open it up to more than one lane. Well, I could be wrong, but this is my observation. You look at it, it is just a bunch of people freaking out because it's going down to one lane with barriers on both sides, and they're tapping the brakes. They're not even doing 45.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you add to that all those nice people who are saying, "Oh, I want to be on the left," and cut in front of people. That makes people tap on the brakes. Next thing you know, it's going a lot slower than it should. But I think when there are 2 lanes and the approaches are all set, I think that's going to be the bargain that they mean it to be.
If you're lucky, Phil,
we hope.
I'm going to come back and we're going to have that conversation once it's open.
You're not so sure?
I don't know. It always seems such a long line in that queue to get in there.
But it normally keeps moving, so that part's good. But if you're lucky and you happen to be in the right and you go up where the Sales Hill Road is, if you're lucky and you hit the light green, it's basically the same amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got to hit it right. And you'll notice it going back to Lincoln, it's the exact same way going south.
Yep.
As 146 tries to join the crazies from 146 going southbound.
I had a conversation with Tom, who delivers our Valley Breezes here, and he was saying, boy, he says, because he comes very early, on Thursdays to deliver the Valley Breezes, so he had to go like 2 miles out of his way to get to where he was going. I mean, 2 miles for a quarter-mile thing because they shut down a ramp. This is going to happen in the wee hours. They do it when there's less traffic out there, but he was part of the less traffic, and he wasn't happy about it all. When are they ever going to finish that thing? I said, so far, they're on track for it. I honestly have no trouble believing they will finish that all up next year in 2026, which is the projected date. They didn't give us a month in 2026.
No.
But next year, I really believe they'll have that all finished off. You look in, anytime you go by there, you see changes. You see people working. It's not like when they built that Slatersville Bridge to Forestdale over 146, and it's like 5 years later, and then there hasn't been anybody working there in 3 years. Nothing like that. Now, they're there every day. So I believe it's going to happen.
All right.
Okay. Well, back in Lincoln,
Because
Phil,
I believe in a lot of things.
we got a story in the Valley Breeze. Your DPW director, Leslie, is that Kish? Quish, how you say that? Okay. Her first full winter.
Yes.
Is she nervous? She looking forward to it?
She's ready to go. I mean, she worked for the town for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
She was an engineer for the town, and she did a lot of duties that actually kind of translated over to DPW's well operations. But yeah, she's ready. So she knows the guys. She's got a good relationship with everybody that
I'm
that works
curious.
in the town.
I'm curious. What do they give her for a budget for snow removal and road treatment?
So
is it low? I mean, I heard on our council meeting here in Woonsocket that we broadcast. Our DPW head was saying, I got minimum supplies. If you got to have a bad winter, I got to come back to you for money. So I don't know. How's it look in Lincoln?
So no, we actually have plenty of salt left over from last year. It was a pretty mild winter last year. But we did
That
budget.
stuff don't go bad, does it?
No,
good.
and we have a salt barn as long as you have somewhere to keep it dry. But we're budgeted. We haven't even tapped into our funds that were allocated this last year's fiscal budget to buy more salt because we're that well stocked.
Good.
So no, we're good. We usually budget about $350,000 a year for snow removal, and it's a moving target. You never know what you're going to spend. So
Right, yeah.
Our last 5 years, I think 1 year we went over budget, and the other 4 years we went under. So if we do go under, we take a look at opportunities to maybe replace some of the fleet for snow removal and replace a truck, get a new chassis, put one of our stainless steel bodies on the back, a sander. So try and get creative because that's one of those budgets.
They're made of stainless steel, huh? That's a
Yeah.
smart move.
Super smart.
Because, I mean, salt just corrodes everything it touches, and it
Those-
scrapes the paint off.
So those salt beds will actually outlast 2 or 3 chassis.
No kidding.
And those are those 6-wheeled sanders that you're using. you're only using those about 5 months a year. So to go buy a brand new one doesn't make a lot of sense. It's about $300,000 for one of those. So
Right.
if you go buy a used chassis with 30,000 miles on it for $40,000, have your folks go and outfit, put that stainless steel bed, which is still good, on the back of the truck, it's kind of a win. So
That sounds like what we did with our TV truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 87, collapsed during the pandemic. We couldn't keep it running. We took the box off and put it on a new truck.
fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
Where's the salt barn in Lincoln?
It's right on the DPW the town hall campus. So it's in between the DPW garage, and right over there we have the water commission building, and so now we have the new rescue building going up, and the town hall and police station. So kind of tucked away right over in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Up on the hill. You
now-
must have good reception there.
We do have pretty good reception
Yeah.
over there.
Is Lincoln like other towns? Do you ask for like private snowplow people to contact you and say, well, basically we'll hire you, kind of thing?
We do. We actually we have 18 standard 18 plows that go out along with 10 Sanders, but we supplement that fleet with about 13 private vendors that do the smaller roads, and we have 2 positions to be filled. So if anybody's interested, contact DPW.
Oh, you're still looking, okay.
Yeah, looking for 2 more. So every year.
But that's fiscally sound. You have a core group, but because you don't know what your manpower needs are, you use contractors to flesh it out when you need it.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons that we have private trash pickup, right? So we have about 34 folks that work for DPW, and what I really like, I mean, they're fantastic workers. They do a great job in the town. Our residents are very happy that we have captive town operators and town employees, but they'll work, and if they go from, we get snow, they transition from the trash pickup to snow removal.
Right to that.
Right to
Okay.
that.
Really nice.
Flawlessly, yeah.
Plus, there's an accountability
There is.
when you're using town employees for that. Yeah, it's funny. I know that there's an awful lot of people out there who do services for states and municipalities, and they mean well, but they can't be as accountable as local folks. It's just not in the DNA.
Yeah, and it gets tough because it's a roll of the dice. If you're going out and buying a new truck and you're insuring it and you're obviously registering it, and you don't get a lot of snow and you're not getting a lot of call-outs, it's you're running the red. So I understand why people sit there and try and wait out. Is it worth me getting in and doing the plowing business?
Yeah.
Melissa Murray's here on the Coffee AM panel. Good morning,
morning.
Melissa.
Good morning.
All right, and smart to have the the local people doing the smaller roads in Lincoln, because I'm thinking of that Winter Street over there in Lincoln where your mother's favorite breakfast place is, and that is a narrow road.
In Manville. Yeah. Well, Manville's an old mill village.
I know, but that's a tiny, that's a narrow road, and with parking on both sides. I don't know how the snowplow drivers do it.
Well, we try and do a pretty good job to get the parking vans out there in advance.
Oh, okay.
And where do they put the cars?
So we
there
have-
just aren't places to put the cars
Not there.
Yeah, so there's a couple lots that they can park at over
Oh, yeah?
Manville Park. They
Manville
can
Park,
park
oh,
vehicles over
okay.
there.
Good.
We just try and get people to plan ahead and be prepared and pay attention to the forecast.
All right. Well,
Good luck.
well, and good luck to Leslie that goes through her very first. I mean, she was hired at the end of the winter last year.
Yeah, we'll transition from town engineer to DPW
Yeah.
director at the end of last winter, but yeah, she's ready.
All right, very good. And there's another story in the Valley Breeze about Lincoln reintroducing special use permits. Why did this need to be reintroduced?
So,
It's an escape valve, Joe.
my-
Would you agree,
my-
town administrator? It's
I
kind of
know
like
why. I know why, but yeah.
it's a pressure valve. It's an escape pressure valve. That whole idea of special use permits is there to allow people to break the rules when everybody thinks it's a good idea.
yeah, I mean, it really lets us dive a little deeper because there are so many different intricacies of somebody's trying to, again, map overlay of what they're trying to do within a certain zone and what's allowed, what's not allowed. But this all kind of stemmed from a change from the General Assembly a couple of years ago where we said no special use permits, so we had to go back and rework them and clearly define what the allowable uses are with some language that said, okay, you can do this if you meet this criteria. So it was actually a pretty heavy lift for our new town planner and our zoning official and building official went through all the zones and tried to clarify some things. So yeah, we're glad those are back online.
So you had to go to the state and basically say, ask permission, or
No, we had to do it because We had to do it because the state said.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
was-
So backwards there.
Yeah. So it was kind of a reaction to some of the changes in the General Assembly.
All right, very well. And it's working out
It is working
with the
out.
special use permits. All right, very good. You have a ribbon cutting going on today?
At 11 o'clock, we'll be over at the Lincoln Memorial, the old Lincoln Memorial School located on Lonsdale Avenue and Front Street, which was a school one time. Then years afterwards was used as a school administration building.
Mm-hmm.
But since they moved up to the high school campus 3 years ago, that building, or 4 years ago, that building became vacant. So we
What is it now?
It is now going to be apartments. It's going to be 26 units, affordable, 100% affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Some really nice units, and they did a great job. Valley Affordable Housing came in, made the investment into the building, captured the character of the building, because a lot of people remember that as a school. People, residents, I went to school there. My mother-in-law actually went to school there.
Wow.
So they kept the character and the charm of the building, and they did a great job in there. So we're going to be there this morning cutting ribbon and
Quickly, because it's going to be about 15 degrees out there, if you're lucky.
yeah, that was a little shocker this morning. 13 degrees on my car when I got in.
Well, I'm sure it'll be. What are they going to call the apartment building? Did they have a name yet?
The Memorial School.
Apartments?
The
Yeah.
apartments, yeah.
All right, that's great. Have they all been rented out yet, or?
I know they're taking applications. I don't think they're rented out yet because they just got the certificate of occupancy.
So they can move in soon.
They can move in very soon.
All right, so that's today at 11?
11 o'clock.
All right. It's time for our first break here on the Coffee AM program, so we'll swing things over to Dave Richards telling us about the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
Short and sweet, 334-1000. They don't open the phone to lines until 9 o'clock, so because it's a 9 to 5 business. But call them after 9, after the show is over. But do it real quick so you can listen to Gary. 334-1000.
All right, more Coffee AM coming up. Stay tuned.
You're tuned to ON, AM, and FM.
Thinking about going out of town to do some shopping? How much money will you really save? Think about the extra gas, wear and tear on your car. And what about your time? How many hours will you spend chasing around trying to save a few bucks? When you stop to think about what it really costs you to shop out of town, you see how sensible it is to shop locally instead, with hometown merchants who work hard to earn your business. Next time you go shopping, invest in your own future and do your shopping right here at home.
One of our great hometown merchants is Park Square Florist, 1300 Park Avenue, Woonsocket.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
The Coffee AM panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callan here along with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, Phil Gould, town administrator from the town of Lincoln is joining us as well. And we've been hearing it mostly here in Woonsocket, but I want to know if Lincoln's dealing with it as well. And we've got homeless encampments here in Woonsocket. What's the situation with homelessness in Lincoln? You got a pulse on it?
Yeah, we're actually very fortunate. Once in a while, we'll have a pop-up cluster go on, 2 or 3 tents show up in the woods, and we'll go investigate, take a look at it. But we certainly don't have the issues that our neighbors to the north have over in Woonsocket, which it's unfortunate. And that might be because we don't have some of the services that Woonsocket provides. Different demographics, different community. But we're kind of fortunate in that regard. We have had some of the complications arise from some of the homeless encampments up in Woonsocket because
Like what?
Well, the ones that are located down near the river. So we had an abundance of trash that it made its way into the river and came down. We put recently last year we put what they call a water goat, which is a floating catch of debris device on the river, and we were catching a lot of trash, but needles, hypodermic needles, some other things were a little concerning. But a lot of it's stuff that's near the bank that washes into the river that floats its way down. So it seems to be getting better, and certainly we're doing our best job to catch some of it. But
when stuff like that happens, do you get on the phone with Mayor Beauchamp here in Woonsocket and say, hey, this is what's going on?
I certainly have a good relationship, and I got him on speed dial when things come up. But most of the time, it's on other related matters because with all the other mayors around me that deal with very similar issues, Jeff Mutter and down Grebbian to the south, Maria Rivera, a lot of things we work on together, or we'll bounce other different ideas on. And I'm actually would love to talk about a recent cleanup we did on Industrial Highway, which is a road that connects Pawtucket and Lincoln, and is located very near Central Falls High School. So it was kind of a big dumping ground, and we've talked about trash piling up in different places, but it was kind of a no man's land in between all three communities. You got New England Tractor Trailer Driving School over there, you got some other businesses, but a lot of mattresses and furniture were getting dumped over there, and it was an eyesore. We're getting a lot of complaints. We got together a couple of Saturdays ago in the rain, DPW from Pawtucket, DPW from Lincoln, and we got trucks and machines and
pull it all out.
Wow. And did a great job. But that's the collaboration you get when you have a good relationship with the other municipal leaders.
And it must be. I mean, and you can't monitor it 24 hours, so you don't know who's doing the dumping and where it's coming from.
Yeah, so you need to find a better mousetrap, right? So we do have some cameras up there. We've asked support from all three communities with their police departments to make regular passes through there, but sometimes you're right, people slip through the cracks.
All right,
a little too far away for us to see with our cameras.
All right, did I read somewhere, Phil, that Lincoln's got a new fire marshal? Did I, or am I mixing up my towns here?
So fire departments in Lincoln are individual districts based on the villages. There was that one fire marshal who is been indicted, waiting for trial on the other charges. I don't know if they've replaced him yet or not. I haven't got that word back, so I'm not sure. But all the other districts also have fire marshals that are helping out. And I know Chief Fisher from that particular fire district has been filling out with the permitting and some of the other things that they need to follow up on.
Okay. I know it's on Route 295, but it's in Lincoln. And anything ever going to happen with the rest area over there?
What I did know was we actually have a museum, the Blackstone Valley Heritage Corridor. I know the Friends of the Blackstone have some things on display over there. I don't know how much of that building they're actually using right now, but I know that they recently had made a canoe over up in Manville. The Friends of the Blackstone built a canoe where they cut down a tree and burnt out the middle of it to make this giant. It was a huge canoe, and they were talking about putting it on display up there. So
that'd be nice.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's just being used that, or if there's going to be other plans for it. We'll wait and see.
All right. We always hear the bad stories coming out of this is education coming out of the high schools. Woonsocket's had their issues. Smithfield has their issues. Rogers down in Newport has had their issues. You don't hear anything about going on in Lincoln, so you get your fingers crossed. You're knocking on wood. Everything going okay over there?
Yeah, we're it's unfortunate some of the other stories that going on around us, but we've been very good, and I credit that to the strong leadership within the school. Dr. Kevin McNamara, who is now the superintendent, started off as a teacher in that district, and I actually remember him on his early days when I was a school resource officer, and he really cares so much about the community. You see him every athletic event, he's there.
You can get to, okay.
You go in and visit with the kids, and he brought in a great principal to high school, Ken Hopkins Jr., and they bring great administration in there to keep an eye on things. I was a little surprised at a couple of stories about the locker room stuff, because I was a high school football coach, and there were rules about having a coach in the locker room
at all times, right?
Yeah, there had to be a presence there, so those things couldn't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the policies were with those other districts, but juvenile brains and boys will sometimes do things they shouldn't be doing, but remove that temptation. Make sure that there should be supervision.
Well, right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And it's so different from, back when we were in high school, Phil, we're going back 40 years. I never saw the school superintendent at sporting events. I never saw the athletic director at sporting events. You never even saw these people until, well, you saw the superintendent at graduation.
Yeah.
And but it's so different now, and they are out and they are interacting with the kids and the coaches and the parents, and it's so much better. And I see it in every school district now, which is great.
Yeah, Greg O'Connor, our athletic director, is fantastic, and really made that a professional position. Used to be a teacher, but teacher assignment for teacher, probably get a stipend and do some of the work, but
it's too much work now.
It is a lot. Well, you got to treat it like a business because there's exposure and liability if you're not taking care of things, as we've seen the last few months here. But no, we're very excited, and I credit the school committee as well. So a great partnership, which is good because we've spent a lot of money improving our schools over the last 8 years.
All right, great. We're into the holiday season, and any big plans for Lincoln for Christmas?
So we are just at our Thanksgiving food drive and giveaway, and I do want to give a huge shout out because when the SNAP benefits shut down, the town of Lincoln, we kind of rallied. I was texting back and forth with a woman Peggy, who actually does the holiday baskets for us, and said we need to get this kick us into gear and let's move this up early. And we did that for the first couple Saturdays. Very successful food drives, Cleese Bakery, and so many other.
Yeah,
partners.
saw that online. Been following that.
1,000 loaves of bread on 2,000 loaves of bread, which we actually delivered some to Woonsocket and Pawtucket and North Providence.
Yeah, you can't sit on it; it's going to go bad.
Yeah, and we took care of all our folks doing that. But now we are shifting towards, now that Thanksgiving's over, we're focusing our efforts towards Christmas. So we adopt families and through the town and municipal government support people in need in the community. So we're going to be doing Christmas presents for kids, certainly some food for the holidays for these families. So we're pretty excited, but we're kind of focusing on that right now. And we're excited for Christmas.
All right, great. Now I don't know if you're going to if you can let the cat out of the bag, if there's a cat to be left out of the bag right now. But July of 2026 is the 250th anniversary of the United States. And Governor Dan McKee has left it up to every town to do something. And not to say that you're late, but I was driving through Cumberland yesterday and down Mendon Road, and we got the veteran banners up here in Woonsocket. They've got banners up already.
They had a program already.
Yeah, Cumberland celebrates 250th. And
does it say that? Oh, okay.
Yes, and sponsors from the local Cumberland businesses are already up on the utility poles. What has Lincoln got anything in the works?
We do have
things tell us about.
So one of the things that we're actually going to do is tie in a lot of our Memorial Day weekend events into the 250th theme. It just makes sense because that's when we have our parade. And it's funny, you go back and take a look in the Bicentennial in 1976. I found some YouTube video of the Memorial Day parade that year, Bicentennial, and they tied it together, and it's always a good parade. That thing was huge
that year.
Got involved. So our plans are to tie a lot of the 250th into the events that we already have and expand and do other events. So I've been working with Kathy Hartley over at Hearthside, which is our historic district. We've got some special events going over there. We're going to have in March, we're going to showcase some paintings. I don't know if you saw that in the breeze, but did you see the story about the paintings coming back to Lincoln after 50 years?
No, I didn't see that. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, so we have a local artist. His name is Peter Campbell, and he's he's in the 70s, but he was an aspiring artist back in 1976 and painted 3 awesome paintings of the Revolutionary War, and captured some of the events, some of the stuff that happened down on Quinnipiac Island, and made these very large paintings and gave them to Tiverton Town Hall to display. And there they were for 50 years. Well, he went down there last year to try and locate them, take a look at them, and not to be found. So I was very fortunate. The town manager from Tiverton was a classmate. I went to the police academy with him.
Oh, okay.
So I said, hey, you've got 3 paintings over there. One of my local artists did them, and I'm just trying to find out where they are because we'd like them back to display at Lincoln Town Hall if you're not showing them. And they located them, and they're on display in the Lincoln Town Chambers.
And they're in good shape?
They're in fantastic shape. They're awesome. So if you do visit Lincoln Town Hall, go into the Town Council Chambers, look to your right, and awesome paintings.
I love happy endings.
Oh, they were great, but he is very excited about historical figures, so he does a lot of paintings. As a matter of fact, behind the dais in the town council chambers, there's a large Lincoln, Abe Lincoln portrait. It's about 8 feet tall. He did that, and I had no idea. So he's done a lot of these photos. So we're going to showcase these at an event in March. Capture some of that.
All right, so you got things in the works for 2026.
We're on it.
Excellent, you're on top of it. It's not a surprise. It's
no
the
surprise.
250th
We don't
birthday.
have things on our light poles, but trust me, we'll have some special stuff.
All right, we just got a few more minutes with Phil. Anything else you wanted to bring up? Good things going on in Lincoln?
Yeah, we did a soft opening for one of our in Northern Elementary for the new gym, STEM classroom, new cafeteria, which we did at all 4 elementary schools.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all coming online within the next week or so. So some expanded space. Nice that we'll have gymnasiums that are not the cafeterias.
Right. I did not like that in elementary school.
No, because depending on what time of day you have, you might have to shut down early so they can set up the tables, take down the tables, clean up the ketchup off the floor.
Worse than that, you're in gym class and you're smelling them cooking.
That's right.
That's
right.
Hard to concentrate.
True.
So we did that with a $25 million bond. We started that project within the last couple of years, and we are on target for it to be on budget and on time, and those things will all be opening up officially in January.
All right, fantastic. Phil Gould, Town Administrator from Lincoln, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. It's always a fast half hour.
It goes by very fast, doesn't it?
The rest of the day went by this
Well, there's always so much to talk about in Lincoln, right?
And Phil, please take back from the panel from Woonsocket all of our best wishes to you and all the folks in Lincoln, all our neighbors there for the holidays.
Yeah, we do that. Thank you.
All right, time for the forecast being brought to you by Compassion International.
Sunny skies today with a high of 27 degrees and a calm wind. Tonight, increasingly cloudy, overnight low of 19, calm wind. Saturday's weather, a slight chance, 30% of a little snow before noontime, maybe a little rain afterwards, up until about 4 p.m., then none. Mostly cloudy skies, high of nice mild 40 degrees and a calm wind for Saturday's Winter Wonderland holiday stroll. Little or no snow accumulation is expected. Sunday, partly sunny skies and 38. Monday, a 30% chance of some snow early in the morning, mostly sunny for the rest of the day, high of 28. Tuesday, mostly sunny and 33. Wednesday, a 30% chance of rain, more clouds than sun, with a high of 45. And on Thursday, good 50% chance of rain, with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 42.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with the sunny skies, it's cold. We have 12 degrees. It's not too late. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year for a sponsor, and they wait today. Sponsor a child with compassion. Text radio to 83393.
Wow! Can you believe Gators Pub is celebrating its 35th year in business? Maybe the key to Gators' success is our super friendly staff. Or maybe the fact that the chefs at Gators are constantly making some of the freshest and most delicious dishes around. If you've never been, come on down and check out our great lunch specials from Monday through Thursday. They also offer complimentary soup during lunch. Watch the Boston Red Sox on one of our many TVs while enjoying classic apps like fresh potato skins or our famous pita chips. Come watch a volleyball game and have a burger or one of our newest cocktail creations. Gators is located on Route 102 in North Smithfield, about 1 mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Come say hello.
Providing you with the best insurance coverage while saving you money. That's their goal at the Eston and Richard Insurance Agency, because everyone's needs are different. Their friendly insurance agents and staff can prepare a no-cost, no-obligation review of your current insurance coverage and make recommendations. What's even more important is that because they're local, they'll be there when you need them. For more information, visit their website, estonandrichard.com, to learn about their agency's products and services. Eston and Richard, 342 Park Avenue, Woonsocket, 766-4200.
Coffee Ann on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. And I'm Joe Callahan, being joined by Dave Richards, Melissa Murray, and Rich Elaine is here from Post 85. Hi, Rich.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
This segment of Coffee Ann is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper. Dave has the Valley Breeze in his hand.
This is going to be a short one, Joe.
Okay.
I have in my hand the last copy of the Cumberland Lincoln edition. All my Woonsocket, North Smithfield, and Blackstones have been picked up and taken away by people. So, silly me, I didn't grab a copy of each and bring them into the studio so I'd have it for this morning, and they're going fast, folks. One of the reasons they're going fast is inside. It's the Christmas in the Valley yearly insert. Wow, is it nice. From all your friends at the Valley Breeze, they got beautiful pictures in here. They have ads all over the place, some nice little stories. Christmas in the Valley is in every edition of the Valley Breeze newspapers. So it doesn't make any difference which edition you get. Also a nice little circular in there, again, from Ocean State Job Lot. But I'll just, since I have them here, I'll give you the title, the headlines on the stories here for the Cumberland Lincoln edition. The North Lincoln Elementary School students walk through the new gym. You just talked about that with the town administrator. Yeah. There's a nice story in there on that. Also, we need more enforcement in Cumberland, according to Town Councilor Jody Harrington Sweet.
That's about they want too many people speeding through town. That
too many
kind of
people speeding through town. They should all live there, so that way they don't speed through the town. No, only kidding. Speeding is a serious matter in many communities, and Ethan Shorey has the story on what the town councilor is saying there. And the Cumberland Library is memorializing former monastery gardener with a headstone there. Who's Jennifer Martinez has the story in the Valley Breeze. Plus really great ads, and don't forget that Christmas in the Valley insert. Valley Breeze, free where you shop every Thursday. Get them fast up. Somebody's going to take them on you. You don't have them for the radio commercial.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Well, Rich, we had a very good time down at Post 85 this past Tuesday for bartenders, celebrity bartenders. And
yeah.
We raised a decent amount of cash as well.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And, I look around, and I talk with the commander a little bit, and I look around at like what all the other entities are doing in the city, And I mean, they've been doing their thing for, well over 10, 12 years, 15 years. We just started, and I don't know, I just get the feeling that this is something very simple to do. And I think y'all really enjoy it, Dave, Melissa, and Joe. I mean, you're behind the bar and you're doing something you don't normally do, and it gives you a chance.
And messing it up.
And it shows.
Yeah.
And it shows. And
Thanks for bearing with us.
And you get a chance to interact with, people. It's just something different for the Milk Fund, I think, So I'm happy you guys enjoy it. We're more than happy to provide the venue for it. And,
well, the Naughty Elves went straight flying out of there much.
I know.
I'm not surprised that I think the Naughty Elf concoction was perhaps the reason why Melissa, because she was the Naughty Elf dispenser.
It wasn't really fair. I had a little advantage there because I was the only one that could make it.
Don't. I was not going to out you on the air on that, but Callahan did.
I'm going.
Well, theoretically, I only made $1.50 more, right?
That's right.
Well,
there was some quarters.
Well,
Well, Rich has all the dough.
Yeah, I won't say the amount, but what these three do is they decide that they're going to. A little friendly bragging rights, let's say, who gets the most tips, because how we raised the money that night for the Milk Fund is that Joe, Dave, and Melissa, you all are behind the bar, and
they pay for the drinks, whatever the
right, and then they'll give the tip, and then whoever gets the tip, at the end we count the tips, and whoever got the most tips gets bragging rights.
Yeah.
Right? Well,
and once again,
Dave, of course, came in like dead last.
Yeah. Totally,
but
totally dead last.
But that's because Dave.
You were in the middle of the bar.
There's a reason why Dave comes in dead last. You want to know why? Because he walks all around the place and is very friendly and converses with everybody. Right? Mm-hmm. That's why, Dave.
Oh,
if you stayed at your post, you would have probably okay. But no, Dave gets around
I was
there.
Covering Callahan.
That's not true.
But then
he was out wandering around.
Joe started out slow though. I felt bad for him that time because he was like over in the corner
and chairs and
I know it, huh?
It got pretty busy though. It was
they
great.
did get busy down in my.
But what happened is like Joe came in second, and Melissa had the most of us. But Joe cried foul. Joe cried foul because
there was a large difference between Melissa and Joe.
Well, yes, there was.
That's the reason there was a large difference.
That's right, because I had a $40 check at the beginning of the night that was donated by somebody, and I play no favorites. Just the fact that check got dropped in Melissa's tip box doesn't mean nothing.
That's right. It could have been anybody's tip box.
That's right. That's right.
He told me to put it in there.
But anyhow, that's why Melissa came in first. But actually, in all fairness, Joe did walk away with the most tips.
Oh, he did. Oh, so he made $1.50 more.
$1.50 more.
That's
so
right.
Joe, you won by $1.50.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yay for me.
It's all good.
So
It's all good, though.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna donate like $2 to Melissa in that one.
No.
Beat by 50
Because I
cents.
think Joe won last year, too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. See, Joe sneaks up on you. He starts slow and then goes nuts. But anyhow.
Strong finish.
What we did is that night for 2 hours, just going to, on behalf of the Post, here's $642.50 for the Milk Fund.
$642.50. Let's get out some bells.
Yeah. For 2 hours worth of fun, that's pretty good, I'd say.
Good.
You know,
Really
and
good.
but I'll tell you what, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Asian Cafe, who dropped off some
food was so
fantastic-
good.
Who not only brought over all the food and things, right?
Yeah.
But they were there playing Keno and doing tips and having drinks and stuff like that.
They
most
had
of
a
the night,
ball.
too.
Yeah, they really had some fun. Of course, Lisa from the Milk Fund, she had all her raffle items there and everything. So it was a nice night, and I think the weather had a little to do with it. We did have a good crowd, but I think we would add a few more. The weather was absolutely horrible that night.
It was.
And
frightful.
Frightful.
It was.
And for those that
If I didn't
braved
have to
it,
go be a celebrity bartender, I'd have stayed in.
there you go.
Same. Yeah.
And
But
I-
thank
I-
you for coming out, everybody.
Yeah, the fun part about it too is that Dave walks in every year and Dave dresses the part, and I asked everybody, and of course some of the listeners out there are going to remember the old Western Gunsmoke from the 50s and 60s, and if you remember Sam the bartender, the outfit with the, what do they call them things around the sleeves? Garters around the sleeves. Well, Dave had the sleeves rolled up with the garters and everything, but it was a lot of fun. Anyhow, we had a ball. So thanks for
You
coming
know how
out.
hard it is to get garters for your sleeves?
No, I don't.
Very difficult.
Do you want to know how I solved the matter?
How did you solve the matter?
Little backstage thing. Melissa's going to laugh. Scrunchies. Yeah,
Oh,
Denise.
that's a great idea.
Denise has those little elastic
Hair
cloth things
scrunchies.
that she uses to make her ponytail and stuff like that. She had 2 black ones. I used them.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Simple enough.
But fun was had by all, and we're going to do it again next year for sure.
And thanks to Denise for helping me complete my ensemble.
Anything else going on at the Post we need to know about, Rich?
Well, it's slowing down like it is everywhere else, But what I like, and it's been a while since I've announced the things that we do out of the Post, So I'd like to pretty much touch on that a little bit this morning. As many of you know, or maybe some of you don't know, we have 4 entities at the Post. We got the regular membership for American Legion members. And the difference between the American Legion and the VFW membership is VFW membership, you have to have actively taken part in a conflict in order to be a member of the VFW. In order to be a member of the American Legion, you have to have an honorable discharge or a general discharge under honorable conditions. Okay, but you do not have to be involved in a conflict in order to be a member of the American Legion. So if you fall into that category as a former service member, come on down to Post 85. We'll tell you how to join up. We also have the Ladies Auxiliary, that pretty much is self-explanatory. If you are a female and you have a service member, your grandfather, immediate family, mother, father, grandfather, grandmother that served in the military, and you didn't, you can join the auxiliary. And same thing with the Sons of the American Legion, pretty much the same criteria as the Ladies Auxiliary. And then if you have no service connections whatsoever in your family or you weren't in the service, there's an organization, a civilian organization called the Friends of Fairmount. So you can go down there and join the Friends of Fairmount, and the dues to the Friends of Fairmount are very little, and you can take part in just about everything that we do down the Post. So come on down and join. We have a great time down there. We got some wonderful people, and we do a lot for the community, and we do a lot for the veterans. Another thing we do out of American Legion Post 85 is we have our courtesy vehicle. And it's what we do with this courtesy vehicle is if you are a veteran in need of a ride to your VA medical appointment or your private medical appointment, if you're a veteran, you call down the Post 401-766-7585, and the person that answers the phone will take your name and your phone number if you need a ride to your medical appointment. The the person that answers the phone will get in touch with me. I'm the duty officer. I will give you a call, and what we do with this vehicle, we will pick you up at your house. We will take you to your medical appointment. We'll wait for you there, and we'll drive you home. And this service will be provided to you free of charge. So the minute you know the date of your appointment, please get in touch if you'd like that ride, because we do one trip a day. And the reason we only do one trip a day is, let's say your appointment is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and somebody calls for that same date and their appointment is at 10 a.m. And if your appointment is like at Chalkstone Ave in Providence, and the other appointment is over in Brockton, let's say, Massachusetts, at the VA, well, if one of them gets delayed, the other one don't go.
No, that's right.
So, that's why we do one trip a day. We want to make sure everything runs well. So if you're in need of that as a veteran, of that ride to your medical appointment, don't be afraid to get in touch with us. And one thing that the commander asked me to announce this morning is the Scout Troop 222 here in Woonsocket. They're having a bottle and can drive. So if you go by American Legion Post 85 at 870 River Street, at the far end of the parking lot, down by where the Eternal Flame Memorial is, you'll see 2 blue barrels down there. Well, that's where the bottles and the cans go. So any bottle and cans that you have, if you want to drop it inside those blue bins, you're going to be helping out Scout Troop 222 here in Woonsocket that the American Legion sponsors. So.
All right.
And that's pretty much what's going on down at the Post.
Very good, Rich. All right, we're going to take another break here on the Coffee Am program. More coming your way. This segment of Coffee Am has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
Let's see what's going on for entertainment at Chan's Fine Oriental Dining, 267 Main Street in Woonsocket. Tonight, December 5th, from 8 to 10. It's Friday night, Brass Attack. Brass Attack is a 9-piece band featuring 4 horns, a rhythm section, and 5 lead vocalists, 1 female and 4 male, performing classic hits from the 60s up to today. $30 in advance, $35 at the door. It's Brass Attack tonight at Chan's. Tomorrow night, Neil and the Vipers will perform between 8 and 10 at Chan's. Neil Vitullo and his rockin' band of brothers take the stage. Don't miss it. 15 in advance, 20 at the door. And hey, get some great food at Chan's too. It'll make the night extra special. And bring a friend. Chan's Fine Oriental Dining, 267 Main Street in Woonsocket.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.
The 3rd annual ON AM and FM Bowling for Milk. Sunday, December 7th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the new Ryan's Family Amusements, formerly Walnut Hill Bowl, 1666 Diamond Hill Road in Woonsocket. For just $25 per person, you get 2 hours of bowling, plus rental shoes. There'll be plenty of gift baskets with prizes that include tickets to Providence Bruins games, an autographed picture of New England Patriot player Christian Gonzalez, and $50 gift cards to Bally's Twin River Casino. ON Radio's Cruisin' Bruce Palmer will be there spinning the tunes, too. We look forward to seeing you at the 3rd Annual ON AM and FM Radio Bowling for Milk on Sunday, December 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. as we raise money for the Milk Fund at Ryan's Family Amusements, Diamond Hill Road, Woonsocket.
We're always here for you. ON Radio.
We're local and live at 99.5 FM, ON AM and FM.
That's right. Coffee Ann here on ON, and we hope to see you down there at Ryan's Family Amusements, formerly Walnut Hill Bowl.
Gonna be fun.
This coming Sunday from 11 to 2 as we
Cruz
go
and Bruce, who's
bowling
a good bowler, too. Maybe not as good as you, Joe, but he's a good bowler.
You know he's good. He brings his own shoes.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're good.
He is. And I'll
Unlike
have to
me,
spin the tunes while he's out there at the bowling.
I take the rentals.
Yeah.
766-1240. Note's been called in. Rich?
Yes.
It just says, are you still collecting blankets for the vets?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bring them down to American Legion Post 85, 870 River Street here in Woonsocket, and we'll be more than happy to take them in and more than happy to distribute them properly.
All right. Dave's got his hand up. Yes, Dave.
I do. Coming up on today's Milk Fund radio auction, we have a real quickie. This is something that we thought we'd have earlier in the week, but we've got it today, and it's for Sunday. How'd you like to go on the Polar Express?
Wow.
It's been sold out for a couple of months.
Months,
Right.
yeah.
But we have 4 tickets on Sunday night, 6:30. You want to be there. It's a 7 o'clock train ride. You got to be there early because there's so many people get on the train all at once. You just got to get there early, kind of like an airplane. You got to think, but there's no TSA. So we have 4 tickets for Polar Express, but it's Sunday night at 6:30. We got to sell them tonight, get them picked up tomorrow morning here at the station, and get you on that train tomorrow. If you can move that fast, this is going to be a swell deal for you.
Wow, great.
Yeah, and $420, I believe, is the donor value on this, and it's going to go to the highest bidder at 5 o'clock today. So listen into our Milk Fund radio auction at 4 to 5 today, and we have 4 tickets to the Polar Express for Sunday. You're going to love this if you can do this.
All right, Rich, we got another note called in for you.
Boy, I'm popular today.
It's not a question. It just says, Rich, he just does so much for Post 85. So they're thanking you.
Well, thank you.
I agree.
You know what? I'll tell you what. We got a great team, and I get motivated by the team we have down there. So if you got a great team, and you know this, Dave, when you got a great team around you, right?
Yeah.
It's fun. That's what it is. It's fun.
There's types of work that is fun. There's types of work that is rewarding and gratifying.
Yep.
And then there's just the plain old job drudgery. If you got a good team, it's not the plain old job drudgery.
That's right.
You really, you look forward to that feeling you get, having known you did well, and you were part of something that was important.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right.
Correct.
Now, Melissa's our resident animal person, and this past week it's been raccoon week. We've had so many stories about raccoons, about how they're becoming domesticated, and some people want them as pets, and then we had the drunk raccoon down in Virginia. Where
that was cool.
Hysterically funny.
That was, oh my
they
goodness.
had to take him to jail
that poor
and
thing.
ship it off.
And
when he finally woke up and said, "Ow, my head!" Did we get no other injuries? Nope. Let him go. Another raccoon story. Right up the road, Watertown, Massachusetts. They're being warned. There's an aggressive raccoon.
Uh-oh.
So you got to watch out for these guys.
Oh, yes, I read about him, too.
It recently attacked a woman on a city street. That's when you know there's something
Are we
up.
sure that, it's not a rabbit?
Well, it could be. She was able to kick the animal off her leg. I don't know if it grabbed on, but she was able to, kick it and get it away. And it ran, obviously it ran away. Anyone who sees a raccoon acting strangely, if you're up on your raccoon behavior, is advised to call animal control. But
what is strangely? I don't know how raccoons act.
If it attacks you in the middle of the day,
that's strange.
That's strange because these things are nocturnal. They shouldn't be out during the day.
Yeah.
If it's sitting down to eat with a knife, fork, and a nice china plate, that's strange.
That's strange too, Dave.
You never know. They're becoming domesticated. So a top hat. I don't know why it's a top hat.
Well, no, the Hamburglar hat. Because it's already got the mask on.
The mask on, yeah.
Or you can pull out your flask of Jameson and give the raccoon some Jameson.
That wouldn't be unusual.
No.
You got to break the bottle
just
on the
FYI,
ground. Yes, Melissa.
I don't plan on fostering any raccoons. I don't care how domesticated they supposedly are becoming.
I heard about this promotion up in Worcester at the early beginning of the week, and there's a bank. They actually have a branch in Bellingham, Unibank.
Yeah,
they're based out of Worcester, and they decided because they have a branch that's right across the street from Polo Park, and it was their 1-year anniversary of being there, so they wanted to do something special. And what they decided to do up the road from where they are is a gas station of some sort. And they decided, let's have 10-cent per gallon day.
Oh,
I saw the lines.
Yes, right.
That was enough.
And so it was 10 cents for a gallon of gas, and you had a limit. You can only get 30 gallons at a time. But the line, I mean, Kelly Square must have been just a complete mess.
And it's a complete mess when you haven't got that.
Yeah. So that they had to cut it off at either 10 or 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe they started at 7. They said, I don't know if they were out of gas.
They're probably
right. Any grade.
The police might have
regular only.
Probably regular.
Probably
only.
regular.
And I'm sure the police came in and said, "This is enough of this. No. This is just nuts." And you know, and I'm thinking about how much money did the bank lose? Because there's no way the gas station is going to lose money on selling gas.
Oh no.
So yeah, you paid 10 cents a gallon.
They pay the difference.
But
right?
Unibank is picking up the $2.79 or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So how many gallons times $2.79 did they have to?
There's no way that they couldn't not have known that it
they
was
knew
going to be.
They knew a crowd was
just
coming.
A mob scene, yeah.
So if you can have 10 cents a gallon, then you can go in and you can fill up your tank for what, $3?
Yeah,
you're gonna get a crowd. Yes, Dave.
Joe, we have a phone call from a celebrity on the line, an important person who is so busy today he can't be with us in the studio. Garrett Manseri is here. Hello, Garrett.
Hi, Dave. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you very well. Joe is here,
okay.
Melissa's here, and Richard Lane is here. And I want to congratulate you on eking out a pretty good weather day tomorrow for the Winter Wonderland holiday stroll on Main Street.
Yeah, we definitely lucked out with no rain and no snow. It's a bit cold, especially today. I'm down at the park right now, and I know it's extremely cold to be setting up. So I certainly want to give a shout out to our parks department because they're putting in the extra effort with it being so cold out, but we appreciate them. So
but
it's going to be a
tomorrow
great night.
during
We're
the
looking
stroll,
forward to it.
we've got a projected high temperature of 40 degrees and calm wind. It's going to feel so much better tomorrow. It's going to be
good.
And tomorrow is when you want people to be coming. Tell us more about it. Tell us when it starts, when it ends, what the major features are for the holiday stroll.
So it starts at 2 o'clock, and most of the activities this year will be in River Island Art Park. So we're moving all of our activities, all the stroll activities, to combine with the city activities in the Winter Wonderland. And I think that will be easier for people to know that there's kind of one central location. You can come down, pick up your map. We've got 21 locations for scavenger hunt locations this year, which is the most that we've ever had. So we're looking forward to that. And the hunt is actually going to go on for 2 weeks after the stroll, so people have time. So don't feel like you need to rush and complete it. You can always drop off your maps at Timeless Antiques and also at Lops Brewing. So we'll have 2 drop locations after the stroll if you don't finish. And then in the park, the Parks Department's going to do the same activities. There will be Santa visit. There'll be pony rides, petting zoo, bunch of fun picture opportunities for the kids. The trolley will go around, so there'll be 4 or 5 stops that people can get off, so you don't have to walk the entire stretch. You can hop on or hop off, that kind of thing. We have moved the horse and buggy ride, so this year it will be along the bike path on Truman Drive. So people are going to pick that up behind the Coffee Connection, and then they'll go all the way down the drive, and then they'll come back. So it will not be on the street at all. It will be on much safer on the bike path. So I think that will work out nicely.
And Coffee Connection is directly across from the park, too, so that's wonderful. And by the way, we received a notice from the City Hall that at 4:15 tomorrow, Mayor Beauchamp will be presenting the new Woonsocket Holiday Ornament at the park at the stroll.
Yep, and they'll be available for purchase, and then you can purchase them at City Hall after too, so that would be great. Hopefully it's dark enough at 4:15 to do the tree lighting, but if not, we'll wait a little longer, but that's the intent, is to do it then. So, yep.
Very good. Well, Garrett, we know you're awful busy today, but we didn't want to let the show end without reminding everybody about our big signature event tomorrow here in Woonsocket.
We hope that everybody comes.
Yep, it should be a great time. We look forward to it. This is our 17th year having this stroll, so the business owners especially look forward to it. So it's an opportunity to do your holiday shopping here in Woonsocket and not online. So we like that better.
Yes.
Thank
All right,
you,
we'll
guys.
we'll let you get back to your preparation. Thanks a lot for everything you do, Garrett Manseri.
Okay.
Thanks,
All
Garrett.
right, take care.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, one more animal story for you, Melissa, if you can stand it. Go
Sure,
ahead.
but I wanted to just follow up on the stroll.
Yeah.
As I was a part of the stroll committee for many years, and I
Sure.
thought it was 16, but it's 17 years. The stroll, the Main Street holiday stroll has been going on through DWC took it over some years ago, and then there was the cities event that was the
And now it's
competing.
combined
Now
event.
it's a combined event
Yeah.
for the first time ever. So I just think that's really wonderful. One of the things that's going on too is their Woonsocket's second annual Rain Dog Parade. So what you do is you bring your dog and you get them dressed up, and there'll be a winner, which is super cute.
All right. Before we wrap up, a dog that went missing from Sacramento County, California several years ago was found safe in Michigan.
Oh my
They have no
gosh.
idea how the dog Choco ended up near Detroit, but he was microchipped.
Yeah.
And this is how it made the reunion possible.
Right.
A vet in Michigan was able to locate the owners after the dog was found tied up to a fence. TV station in Michigan says he's now back with his old family in Antelope, California. They say their
That's
dog was
great.
an escape artist years
Yep.
ago.
Yep.
But they plan to keep a closer eye on him now.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a better fence.
No, yeah. Leash walk only.
That's right. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Thanks to Town Administrator from Lincoln, Phil Gould, for joining us. Thanks, Phil. Dave Richards, thanks for being here.
You betcha. And we'll see you everywhere. Remember, Polar Express tickets tonight only on the auction, 4 to 5. Be sure to bid.
All right, thanks, Dave. And Melissa Murray, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. See you at the stroll tomorrow.
Very good. And Richard Lane, thanks for being here.
Yeah, come visit us at the Post. We're open to the public.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do your members coming up after the 9 o'clock news. We'll be molding for milk on Sunday, 11 to 2.
See you then.
At Ryan's Family Amusement.
Bye-bye.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Studio.